Hello and welcome to my channel, Avik Anwar's channel to review cars. We're jumpstarting this channel to bring you regular reviews of all the cars that you guys want to see. I need your support so that the channel keeps growing and I can bring you more and more cars. Slight note, we're going to talk in English so that the international viewers can also enjoy our content, since we get a lot of JDM cars and nobody reviews these cars. Even in Japan, they don't review them properly. So I am going to try and do them properly. So right now, our star of the show is the all-new Toyota Crown RS. Sport or racing sport? Why would a Crown be a racing sport car? This is basically a GT car, a Grand Tourer. They've added this racing sport factor by developing this car's suspension and the chassis in the Nürburgring. This is the first time Toyota has actually sent a car to the Nürburgring Nordschleife to tune the suspension and every little bit component so that the driving pleasure increases. This is the 15th generation Crown. The first one came in 1955, but you can Google all of that. I don't need to tell you that. Let's enjoy the car and focus on what Toyota is offering. First off, from the get-go, this car looks brilliant. It looks like it's a Predator. It's coming to get at you with these stylish headlights. And all headlights are 3D design, as you know by now. But this one has adaptive high beam, and it also has automatic high beam assist. So if you are on full beam and someone else is coming, the car will lower down one side of the high beam assist, but the other side will be at full blast. You have a big statement grille from Toyota where the Crown logo is very visible, and the RS, the racing sport logo, is there as well. You have the brake assist sensors here, and you have parking sensors on the side. You have headlight washers here. Then you have the front camera. Now the bottom design is a bit flat, like compared to the upper design, but you see nice integrated fog lights, and these are covered, so the flat face concept still exists in this car. So this has less drag coefficient. Even this is covered. Only this portion is open a little bit. As we move along the side, you can see big wheels. These are chrome wheels. I don't particularly like them, but Toyota has opted for these wheels. And the tire size is written here. This is Bristol Regna tires. They're good for performance, but they're not that much, but they're also good for fuel economy and road comfort. The tire size is 225, 45, 18 in the front. You have the hybrid logo here because it's a hybrid. And then you have these. These actually reduce the drag coefficient because they are in line with the rear tail lights, as you can see, so that the air flows smoothly. You have winker mirrors here, and you have a camera down here for surround camera assist. Then you have lane departure assist, nice chrome handles on the doors and matching chrome on the side skirts, which is a nice touch. You have rain shades, which are very useful. Most JDM cars come with rain shades. This is when on a rainy day you don't want the aircon on, but you want to feel the weather outside, but it's too much rain, then you can put the glass down a little bit and rainwater won't get in, but you'll be able to enjoy the weather and the car won't fog up as much. Then the fuel filler door is here. This opens from the inside. It's not like your European cars or any other cars. You have a shark fin at the back, which is functional, and then you have wraparound 3D design tail lights with a nice big diffuser on the rear bumper. And look at this, actual exhaust, all four, and they're functional. Take that, Audi, BMW, and Mercedes. Do something genuine like Toyota does. You have the bumper sensors here and a functional diffuser at the back. This is not for show, guys. This is actually functional because this car has a very flat underbody to reduce drag coefficient and a nice boot lid spoiler to add to the touch. You also have a very sculpted rear trunk, which also has its uses. And I will show you the space at the back. So in case you can't open the trunk, you can open it with the key. This is a nice thing that Toyota did. And you can put it down here and open the trunk. In case you get locked out, or in case something happens. Fast forward this bit. Ta-da! Big trunk. Big. it's still going. Looks can be deceptive. So yeah, all in all, the exterior looks nice. One of my camera crew, they said the rear doesn't look like it's an expensive car, but the front does. Well, I sort of agree with him. I don't like the rear look that much, but the front actually looks very, very good. So yeah, let's check out the interior. Starting off, this is a hybrid, so there's no engine noise, but the engine will kick in once we're sitting and idling for a long time. The good thing about this car is it's very easy to use. Everything's to the point, to focus, but you have to convert to English and then you can use it properly. So you have the menu button here from where you can adjust all the controls. So if you go to top, the AC functions come here, and you put down, AC functions go away, put top again, and you go to AC menu. You can adjust where the air will flow. If you want the steering heated, if you want the seat heated, you can all do it from the aircon menu here. So everything's very modern, very touchy. Passenger side is different. And in the options, you can opt for the swinging AC, dual zone climate control, and even turn on the nano technology, which is a technology by Panasonic, and it filters out all the viruses that you breathe in, 99% of viruses. Now, I don't know if that includes coronavirus, but I hope it does. And then you have the SOS button in case you get into trouble. Well, this won't work in my country. Then you have the air purifier, which purifies the air if you're smoking or have a smoker inside the car who wants to smoke. Then you have the tilt button for the sunroof and the open and close button for the sunroof. There's a nice HD camera here, back camera, which you can turn off if you put it down here. It'll work as a mirror. And then you can also adjust how the camera will behave by the setting button here. This is also available in Toyota's new Harrier. So this is, I think, a amalgamation of their lineup. You have nice vanity mirrors here, and the roof lining material is also nice. The seats are very comfortable. They're adjustable, they're memory seats. But my complaint is, since I'm a bit tall, this is the maximum the seat will go down. It won't go down anymore, but it will go up. Overall, the interior is nice to the touch. The seats are very hugging because this is a racing sport version. The seats need to be a bit buckety. You have the 100-volt AC, USB, and a charger button here. And there's carbon fiber on the interior. Now, this is not fake carbon fiber. This is real carbon fiber. Toyota actually put real carbon fiber inside this car, and then you can slide this down if you want a nice seamless look inside the interior. Cup holders, look at it. They're very nice. If you don't want them, up there. Very aesthetic. Someone at Driven would have liked it. So you have your coin holders here, which sometimes you can use to keep food. I don't recommend it, but the situation calls for it. And then you have an additional storage space here. Now they've put an additional layer of carpeting in the storage space because this is a luxury car at the end of the day. You need to feel rich inside the car. So yeah, they have taken care of that pretty well. Overall, all in all, the front, I have to say this much. You have speakers in the front and the roof. This is something new from Toyota. You have a subwoofer in the center and 6 speakers in the front, and with a subwoofer 7, and then another 5 or 4 at the back. So a 12-speaker sound system. Sound system would be banging. It's not any designer sound system, but it's Toyota's premium sound system. So let's check out how the rear passenger comfort is. Right now at the back, and the first feeling I got at the back is it's a bit constricted, because the older Crowns used to be much bigger, but this is a racing sport, so you're meant to drive it more than sitting at the back. You have a nice armrest, which is in leather, and then you have cup holders here, and then you can fold it down if you don't have cups, and your hand can rest peacefully. You have 2 aircon vents here. They are not individual climate controlled, but they are dual zone. So if you adjust the front, this will be adjusted at the back. And then if you have a naughty passenger, if you need more leg space, you push this button here and move this seat forward. That is something that I admire about the Crown. Now you have leg space. Now you can feel this is a Crown. And you have aircon vents at the back as well. Oh my. Thank you, no problem. You have aircon vents at the back as well. So your feet are cooled comfortably right down there. Overall, at the back, it's nice, but it could have been nicer. You have LED room lights here, and you have the speakers as well on the door. Here one, and there's another one. And then you have a big face cylinder at the back. So yeah, it's pretty nifty. Like I said, 4, 5, 6 speakers at the back, and then 6 at the front. So there's 12 speakers. Pretty good, Toyota. You've done your homework. and you have pouches to keep your files and stuff. But like I said, it's a driver's car, so it's better at the front than it is at the back, but it's not bad, you know. It's better than your Toyota Premio, Honda Accord, and your 5 Series. Yeah, shots fired 5 Series. This is actually better than you. So yeah, all in all, I'm comfortable. Let's go for a drive. Now we're driving the most revered Crown that Toyota has ever made, and this is the last generation that they will ever produce. Can you believe this car was produced from 1955 and suddenly they have stopped? So right now I'm driving in eco mode. As you can see, the battery is feeding the rear tires right there, and the engine hasn't even turned on. We're doing 40. So that's how this car is very good on fuel economy. This has Toyota's second generation hybrid system, which is much more updated than the first one in terms of fuel efficiency and battery capacity. This doesn't have a lithium battery. This has a nickel hydride battery. So it's different from your traditional hybrids. I'm going to check the turning radius because this car, although it was tested in the Nürburgring for the suspension and the agility, but city driving is what we do here in our country. And from first lane to second lane, turning radius isn't horrible, but it isn't that good either. Now we're going to drive it in sports mode. You push it to the right side and it comes to sport mode, and that's the power you get from a hybrid. So you have the engine's power, which is around 184 horsepower, and the hybrid motor itself produces 100 horsepower more and huge amounts of torque. So this car, in essence, has a combined output of close to 280 horsepower. That is fast for a sports sedan. That is really fast. I mean, a luxury sports sedan. As you can see, we have 3 people on board, but the speed's just picking up. So we'll do a 0 to 100 timing, and then we'll press the brakes to see how good the car is in terms of braking, because without brakes, without good brakes and control, a car is nothing. So let's go. We're going to launch this. Those are good brakes, and that's very good acceleration. Bravo, Toyota. Hats off. You did a good job. One thing I would like to mention is that there is an ease of use. Everything's driver focused, more or less. When we touch all the panels, everything's here. There's paddle shifters here, which are, of course, hyperimposed because this has a CVT gearbox. So these are like fake shifts, but still feels good because we're used to the conventional gearbox as we grew up driving the cars. So maybe 5 generation onward, CVT will be normal for them. The aircon controls are here. You can adjust individually. They're touchscreen. Not the best of touchscreens, but they're pretty good. I'm going to try and park the car because this is a big car. It's very hard to park. So as soon as I put it in reverse, I have 2 back cameras. One is showing the rear, and then the other showing if there's any people or anyone nearby. And there are side sensors too, which is the first for a Crown. Much like Mercedes and Audi and BMW. And it's showing me if the person is moving towards the car's direction or not. Like, this is very high tech for a Crown. And it's very easy to park because of all the aids this car has. You also have blind spot assist on the side mirrors there. It turns up in orange. And then this car has Toyota's advanced safety system. So even at night, it will detect cyclists and pedestrians. Like, there are 2 cyclists coming right now. Let me see if I want to scare them or not. Will the car brake? They weren't scared. The car didn't brake. Sorry, you shouldn't try this. We're going to drive comfortably and see how good it is if you're sitting at the back. So we have a passenger at the back. I'm going to ask him, how good is the car at the back?
Apart from the braking shock tubes, it feels comfortable.
Okay, so there you have a verdict from a passenger. So I don't have to go to the back seat. Are you cool there? Is the AC good enough?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, now you guys know how good this car is overall. And you have all the basic driver features here where you can adjust all your settings, the safety features, how economic the car is. I will show here, so you can control the audio. Then you have the compass here, which is good. Then if you're driving economically and if there's any error codes in the car, and obviously it's mostly in Japanese, but you can change it to English if you want. So yeah, a lot of stuff. And this is on rear cross traffic alert. If you can see the heads-up display, this car has Toyota's Connect system. So if you're in Japan, you get 3 years of free connectivity. That means roadside assistance and any problem, any error codes, this car will feed directly back to Toyota, but in our country, it's not worth it. What this heads-up display does is it takes the road signs, the speedometer, and it shows you what speed you guys can do on the streets, what's the speed limit, which is not applicable for my country, but in your country it's applicable. That's about it. That's the drive review. Everything's within touch. Everything's very user-friendly, very simple. You can see the rotating air cons. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty good. This car was tested at the Nürburgring, so handling-wise, I find it very decent because this is the first time Toyota took a Crown to the Nürburgring to test. Nürburgring, for those of you who don't know, is the most revered racetrack of the world where manufacturers go and test their cars to the full limit. I will show something. The rear cross traffic alert. Let's see if the car brakes or if I go and hit the vessel. So the car braked itself. I didn't do anything. It will brake for 5 seconds and then it will go. Sorry, Vezel, I scared you. So all the safety features, everything works on this car. It's brilliant. You have memory seats. And this is a very tough spec to get with red interior and suede leather inserts on the sides and in the middle. So this is a very well-spec'd car. All in all, I like it. This is a force performance engine. That's what Toyota calls it. The engine is built at a very high thermal efficiency and also a very optimum power output. So Toyota has done their homework with this car. They wanted to sell 4,500 units in Japan. That was their targeted projected sales. But due to the pandemic and the world economy, Crown sales figure didn't hit that much high. So that's why they're trying to pull the line off from the factory. This is a very good car and we're sad to see the Crown go. But this is how the world works now. If something doesn't make money, people stop producing it. Sad, sad state of the world where money is everything. This is a good car. It's not the best because I don't like driving hybrids. They're not the best cars to drive. But Toyota has done a very good job on the suspension. They have done a very good job on how the car delivers power. And the brakes are amazing. As you have seen, the brakes are pretty good. Acceleration is very decent. The car is very comfortable. Turning radius is pretty bad. But fuel economy-wise, Toyota said this car will get 24 kilometers per liter. But in my country, it'll probably get around 15. The heads-up display and all the features, all the safety features make this car a very good consumer car. So overall, I would rate this car 8.5 out of 10. The price of this car is 1 crore 5 lakhs. That's the asking price for a 2018 model, and the registration will cost you over 2.5 lakhs. So keep that in mind when you're buying this car or when you're shopping for this car. Some showrooms give warranty on the hybrid, but one thing I have to say, this is a very reliable platform. Toyota has tested and tried this platform for a long time. So this car will never break down on you and nothing will happen. This is a bulletproof solid car. Crowns are known for their reliability and this is one of them. If you like my video, like it, subscribe to my channel, and put down in the comments what you want to see next. Car with the highest number of comments, we will do next, for sure. Okay? Take care, guys. Drive safe. See you on the roads. Bye.